Thank you very much for your invitation to this conference. The question was, what is gender design and why do we need such a network? And I also would like to contribute a few arguments for gender design from my perspective as an art historian and visual culture theorist. Gender design is not a special orientation of design, but a fundamental condition. Gender design trains professionals and students to research, analyze, and evaluate design and its social and environmental implications. It helps to understand the forces that shape contemporary design and controversies that challenge it. Gender design is design and culture criticism, and therefore a possibility to discuss design again as a political practice. My research in art history and visual studies focuses on images that appear in science and in public in order to popularize new technologies and young disciplines like computational design or synthetic biology. These images are artifacts that reflect and shape social contexts and cultural regimes. For this reason, they also are formations of gender order. I will give you an example. In the age of digital media and biotechnology, one image dominates the popular visual culture in general and the popular image of science in particular. It is the image of the hybrid, the crossbreed, that can take on any kind of program, be it machine, human being, animal, or plant. The hybrid represents a fusion of art, science, and technology, where life itself and nature are man-made. It symbolizes the well-known ideal, the union of the opposites of nature and culture, black and white, female and male. Design and architecture had also become infected by the hybridity hype. Hybridization and hybrid space, hybrid design are the most popular terms in the discussions about computational design and digital spatial production. Architects and designers visualize their design method of morphing and grafting with pictures created by a computer from a mix of man and woman, man and animal, or several races. Postmodern feminist theorists like Donna Haraway associate hopes for emancipation from patriarchal relationships with these new forms of hybridization. But I think we need to look closer at these images that promote a promising technological future of balanced gender relations. The mostly male designers and architects use well-known female sexual metaphors to visualize the digital self-forming hybrid compositions. Greg Lynn presented his early work of digital architecture as an embryonic development and gave it the title Embryological House. Or Peter Eisenman. Peter Eisenman used also a metaphor of conventionally defined femininity to describe the new digital architecture. The new structures are slimy. I quote Peter Eisenman, "Architecture remains the last bastion in contemporary art of phallocentrism, because it is thought that its enclosures are solids. In other disciplines, there exists the possibility of modeling voids. In other words, to model such structures as slime molds, which are self-generating organizations that combine both qualities of animals, fungi, and plants without belonging to one of three groups." Under the guise of unification of opposites, gender stereotypes of masculinity as rigid, solid, and femininity as adapted word are reproduced, but it gets worse. The headline of the hybrid magazine on the left announces that Romero, or even Romeo, is born again. The hybrid mom magazine on the right caters to women who are mothers and have a day job. And of course, the working mother wears pink. So, we need gender design to recognize the social and political context in which these images operate. One could argue that gender visual studies should be the work of those disciplines which already have an established tradition of gender research, like sociology or literary studies. But disciplines like design have important contributions to make. Designers have competences and skills in the field of perception and production of images and their meanings. Making this specific visual knowledge usable for gender research could be a purpose of gender design and such a network. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all for, what I really like with this first